Muhammad Ali. The name alone evokes a sense of awe. He was more than just a boxer. He was a global icon, a symbol of strength, resilience, and unwavering belief. Born Cassius Clay Jr. in 1942, his journey began in the segregated streets of Louisville, Kentucky. It was there, amidst the social injustices of the time, that a fire ignited within him. At the tender age of 12, young Cassius experienced a life-altering event. His bicycle was stolen. Determined to seek justice, he crossed paths with Joe Martin, a police officer and boxing trainer. This chance encounter would forever change the course of his life. Martin saw something special in the young boy. He recognized a raw talent and an unyielding spirit. Under Martin's guidance, Cassius flourished. He trained tirelessly, his passion for boxing growing with each passing day. His natural athleticism and lightning-fast reflexes were evident from the start. He moved with a grace and agility that belied his powerful physique. As Cassius's boxing skills sharpened, so did his confidence. He dreamed of greatness, of rising above his circumstances to become the best boxer the world had ever seen. He proclaimed himself the greatest long before the world believed him. Little did anyone know, this self-proclaimed title would soon become a reality. Cassius Clay, the young boxer from Louisville, was a force to be reckoned with. But it was his larger-than-life personality that truly captivated the world. He was brash, bold, and utterly unafraid to speak his mind. His words flowed like poetry, a mix of playful boasts and profound truths. He was nicknamed the Louisville Lip for his relentless taunting of opponents. He would dance around the ring, his movements as unpredictable as his words. He'd shower his opponents with a barrage of rhymes and jabs, both verbal and physical. The crowds loved him. He was electrifying, a showman unlike any other. But beneath the bravado, there was a steely determination. Cassius was driven by an unquenchable thirst for victory. He trained harder and longer than anyone else. He knew that greatness required sacrifice and unwavering dedication. His confidence was infectious. He believed in himself, even when others doubted him. And it was this unwavering belief that would propel him to the pinnacle of the boxing world. The year was 1964. A young Cassius Clay, just 22 years old, was set to face the formidable Sonny Liston, the reigning world heavyweight champion. Liston was a terrifying figure, known for his brutal strength and intimidating demeanor. Many considered Cassius to be the underdog, but Cassius was unfazed. He relished the challenge, the opportunity to prove himself against the very best. In the weeks leading up to the fight, he intensified his training, pushing himself to the limit. He studied Liston's every move, analyzing his strengths and weaknesses. On the night of the fight, the atmosphere was electric. The world watched with bated breath as the two fighters entered the ring. What followed was one of the most stunning upsets in boxing history. Cassius, with his lightning-fast reflexes and dazzling footwork, outmaneuvered the powerful Liston. He danced around his opponent, delivering a series of stinging jabs and combinations. Round after round, Cassius dominated the fight. Then, in a moment that would forever be etched in boxing lore, Liston failed to answer the bell for the 7th round. Cassius Clay had done the unthinkable. He was the new world heavyweight champion. The world was in awe of the young champion, but Cassius Clay was about to undergo a profound transformation. He had already embraced Islam, finding solace and strength in its teachings. Now, he decided to make his conversion public. He announced that he was changing his name to Muhammad Ali, rejecting his slave name and embracing his new identity. This decision was met with mixed reactions. Some praised his courage and conviction while others criticized his choice. But Ali stood firm in his beliefs. He used his platform to speak out against racial injustice and religious intolerance. He became a voice for the voiceless, a beacon of hope for the oppressed. His conversion to Islam was not just a personal journey, it was a defining moment in his public life. He embraced his faith with the same passion and intensity that he brought to the boxing ring. Muhammad Ali, the name that resonated with millions around the world, became synonymous with strength, conviction, and unwavering faith. Muhammad Ali was unlike any boxer the world had ever seen. His boxing style was a mesmerizing blend of grace, speed, and power. He was a master of the sweet science, but he added his own unique flair to it. He moved with the agility of a dancer, his feet barely touching the canvas. He would float around the ring, dodging punches with an almost supernatural ability. His reflexes were lightning fast, his head movement was mesmerizing. He was famous for his rope-a-dope tactic where he would lean against the ropes, allowing his opponents to tire themselves out by punching his seemingly impenetrable arms. And just when they thought they had him cornered, he would unleash a flurry of punches, his speed and power leaving them bewildered. Ali's boxing style was not just effective, it was captivating. He was a true showman, entertaining the crowds with his dazzling footwork and playful taunts. He turned boxing into an art form, a display of athleticism and strategic brilliance. Section 6. Beyond the Ropes, a voice for justice and equality. Muhammad Ali was more than just an athlete. He was a cultural icon who transcended the world of sports. He used his platform to speak out against injustice and inequality. He became a voice for the voiceless, a champion of the oppressed. He refused to be silenced on issues of race, religion, and war. He challenged the status quo, speaking truth to power with unwavering conviction. His words resonated with millions around the world, inspiring them to stand up for what they believed in. Ali's activism often came at a personal cost. He was stripped of his title and banned from boxing for refusing to be drafted into the Vietnam War. He famously declared, "I ain't got no quarrel with them, Viet Cong." His stance on the war was controversial, but he stood his ground, even when it meant sacrificing his career and his freedom. He believed that his conscience was more important than any title or accolade. Section 7. Trials and Triumphs, the Comeback King. Muhammad Ali's refusal to be drafted into the Vietnam War cost him dearly. He was stripped of his title and banned from boxing for 3 years during his prime. But even in the face of adversity, his spirit remained unbroken. He continued to speak out against injustice, using his platform to raise awareness about the plight of African Americans and other marginalized communities. He became a symbol of hope and resistance, inspiring people around the world with his courage and conviction. In 1970, after a long legal battle, Ali was allowed to return to boxing. He was no longer the same fighter who had dominated the sport in the 1960s, but his spirit, his determination, and his will to win were stronger than ever. He went on to reclaim the heavyweight title, defeating George Foreman in the Rumble in the Jungle, and Joe Frazier in the Thrilla in Manila, two of the most iconic fights in boxing history. Ali's comeback was a testament to his resilience, his unwavering belief in himself, and his refusal to be defined by setbacks. Section 8. A Legacy of Greatness, Inspiring Generations. Muhammad Ali's impact on the world extended far beyond the boxing ring. He was more than just an athlete, he was a humanitarian, an activist, and an inspiration to millions. His courage, his conviction, and his unwavering belief in himself transcended race, religion, and nationality. He taught us to stand up for what we believe in, even when it's unpopular. He showed us that it's okay to be different, to be ourselves, and to embrace our individuality. He inspired us to fight for justice and equality, to use our voices to speak out against oppression. Ali's legacy continues to inspire generations of athletes, activists, and everyday people around the world. He showed us that anything is possible if we have the courage to dream big, to work hard, and to never give up on our beliefs. He was a true original, a one-of-a-kind talent who used his platform to make the world a better place. His spirit, his message, and his legacy will continue to resonate for generations to come. Section 9. The Enduring Spirit of a Champion. Muhammad Ali's journey was not without its challenges. In his later years, he battled Parkinson's disease with the same courage and determination that he had shown throughout his life. Despite his illness, he never lost his spirit, his sense of humor, or his compassion for others. He continued to inspire people around the world, even as his physical abilities declined. He used his platform to raise awareness about Parkinson's disease and to advocate for research to find a cure. Muhammad Ali's life was a testament to the indomitable spirit of the human soul. He taught us that true greatness lies not just in our achievements but in our courage, our compassion, and our unwavering commitment to making the world a better place. He was, and will always be, the greatest. Not just for his accomplishments in the ring, but for the way he lived his life, inspiring millions to dream bigger, fight harder, and to never give up on themselves or their beliefs. His legacy will continue to inspire generations to come, a shining example of the power of one person to make a difference in the world.